My peeps, how you doing? I'm doing a little better today than yesterday. Yesterday was really, really hard. And, sometimes I have no idea. It seems like somebody else's energy. It seems somehow external to me because it doesn't really correspond to my situation. But it's either I'm being revisited by some past hurt that wants to bite me in the butt and not let go. But, today, new day, it's just really interesting to me that these feelings that feel like they've sunk their teeth into you, it turns out, poof, you're liberated. And that's true with the good stuff as well. That you think it's going to last, and you wake up in the morning and, oh, you're in the thrall of something else. My mother used to say, this too shall pass. This, it was her mantra for when something just was hard and horrible. And at a certain point, I realized it works the other way too. That the good stuff, And the other thing I was thinking about in the wake of Thanksgiving is to be grateful for all of it. The good stuff, the bad stuff. The stuff that will pass that you're so glad is gone, and the stuff that will pass that hurts your heart. There's a lesson I found myself thinking, in some ways very genuinely, I'm grateful for it all. It isn't as if the good times are the only ones that teach us anything. So I think that's where we begin. How to be grateful for it all. Rue is getting ready to visit. We'll see. Yes. To be grateful for it all. I said yesterday something about pain is the doorway. I believe that's a book by Pema Chodron, who I just invoke here all the time. I just find her wise and comforting with, she doesn't kid us or herself about what hurts. And in her practice, it's learning to stay. Not to disassociate and bug off from the hard stuff, just to sit with it and learn from it by not running away. Be grateful for it all as a threshold, as a doorway to something else. Because if you book it, if you disappear and disassociate from what hurts, it's not selective. You can't sort of say, I'll ignore it, I'll be in denial about this, but not about that. Denial has a way of bleeding over. Okay, bleeding over. On a minor arcana level of daily life, what hurts, what we're separated from, what we've left behind, or what somebody else has left us behind. But it's a mental state. It's the memory of the hurt that we carry forward, or that we allow to be the threshold, the doorway. This is great happiness. It's the self entering a place of warmth and newness, and it's got this baby on the horse. It's like a not the slate wiped clean, but in a sense clear, so you can see. This is a card of revelation and clarity. When pain is the doorway, you know, you're not so closed off to the possibility of hurt that you're closed off to the possibility of joy. This is your psyche wanting to turn toward the light. Not by denying this memory of pain, but by being open to Queen of Swords, a card of clarity, and Queen of Swords has questions, wants answers, not lip service, something true and transparent, in sword energy. Queen of Swords willing to learn from, to take answers from her own heart and what hurt her, him, them. To discern, because she's a filter for, you know, not to let this business block this business. All right. And the other two cards were, oh my goodness, by cracky, a card of the past, memory, soulmate, past life. Past life. This is a card of resurrection, of being brought back to life. Brought back to life. Life force energy, warmth, happiness. She can see it. It's like she can see through the pain. It's the threshold to something else, because you can feel. Cups are feelings energy. This can be nostalgia. It's a card of the soulmate. And it may be, because often this is the return of a love that has lasted perhaps for lifetimes. There's also the memory of the hurt and the separation from the soulmate. But there's this call, this angelic call, back to life. Back to life. And first and foremost, to your life. The sun speaks to the self. Queen of Swords sees it clearly, how to get back there. But, you know, it's not sentimental. There's the memory of pain. A wake-up call to your own life. It's like don't waste it. It's such a gift. Be thankful for it all. Be thankful even for this. That's how you transmute it. You know, it can change if you bring an attitude of gratitude. I don't like that expression, but there it is. Tell us about this Queen of Swords, this understanding, this ability to see through. Okay. To see through the fear, the anxiety, the up in the head sword energy, the memory of the heartbreak that comes up when your guard is down. You know, these recurring thoughts, the reverberations of Three of Swords. And this is sort of like love wins out. Oh, sorry. Like, there's something about don't hide from love. You're afraid, yes. You certainly remember the pain. And it freaks you out. But love is here, love is present. There's some, I can't get the poem back, maybe I will. Someone loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the shadows of your changing face. I can't remember it. I think it's Yeats. You know, honestly, if you don't remember the heartache and you're afraid it will come back, your fear separates you. Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. You know, from the love of the soulmate. And there's this kind of wake up to this lifetime, this opportunity. And it's the universe trying to say, you know, come up out of the coffin. You're still alive. Makes me want to cry suddenly. You're still alive. Here comes a small, tangible building block. You know, don't be so overwhelmed by your grief, your pain, your fear, that you don't see what's being offered now in 3D. This may be a memory, a nostalgia, a love you thought you'd lost. But this is the giving king. This is the one who feels deeply, who's all about connection, perhaps through lifetimes. And it's sort of coming knocking. You know, the offer is small, but really significant because it's real. It promises growth. Tell us about this Three of Swords when pain is the doorway. Three of Swords, Sun card. Wow. This is the meeting place. 1111 card. You know, where we find each other. We come together, we find each other. Perhaps after great loss, perhaps after lifetimes, there's a sense of renewal. The past is animate somehow. And again, the offer. It's slow, but it's steady, and it's real. It's not a memory of pain. But you can't access it by denying the pain or blocking it. You know, you gotta feel it. And sometimes feeling it hurts. But blocking it hurts more because it cuts you off from warmth and life and a kind of renewed innocence. I mean, this can be a card of innocence, even naivete, but I don't get naivete here. I get courage. The courage to be open, open-hearted, to accept an offer. It will bring balance. It will correct a wrong. In sword energy. It's equilibrium. Libra's all about relationship. The two sides of the scale coming into balance. A balanced, clear relationship. Knight of Pentacles was clarifying Three of Swords. I think somebody's going to try to make an offer that will not wipe out the memory of the heartbreak, but will make up for, with time and energy and effort. Because it's no longer a memory, it's something real being offered to you that will bring in a balanced relationship. And this is that same thing, Four of Swords. Four of Wands. A place where both people can be together under the bower, meet each other, meet up. It's a card of reunion. Of a second chance, of something coming back to life, reconciliation, reunion. And the courage to come meet somebody halfway. Because there's great support and synthesis. These two have a lot to offer each other in fire energy. Card of Leo, another card of Leo, and that fire energy meeting up. And it might be something that would go down this summer. It's starting now, I think, but it's slow progress. It's slow, steady progress. It's not, poof, here we are. We found each other again. It's finding. But it's begun. It just will take time, Pentacles energy, effort, in real time to make up for the lost time, the time apart, with effort. Oh my goodness. Empress, card of the divine feminine, of earth energy, the fertile soil where something can grow. You're giving birth to. You're giving birth to this. And it takes courage and fortitude. It's almost like the labor pains. Moving through the doorway. To get to this is a card of home. major arcana, extremely positive, extremely positive. Empress, strength. And Empress isn't by herself. She's self-sufficient. She's good with herself. But she's willing to meet somebody halfway if they have the courage to come forward. And I think they do. Is a card of return. To come forward with an offer. And it's a offer of love. It's an offer of themselves. Let me be here with you in this lifetime. We're going to resurrect this thing. This thing. The two of us. The two of us. And 9 of Cups, a card of wish granted. I think when this person shows back up, it fills your heart. It does. They're able to fill the cups. You've done it for yourself. You're good on your own. 9 speaks to the self. You love yourself. You're good on your own. You know, you're ready to find love in the world, but here it is. And I don't think you ever expected it to be this person who perhaps really hurt you. And you may have hurt them back. You know, there's some fear about it. There's some anxiety. Like, what did we do? King of Pentacles. Look, this offer is coming in slowly but surely and authentically from somebody who's giving. And they're giving it. It may seem small at first, but it's the building block. In this small, it's like, you know, from the acorn grows the mighty oak. It takes time for it to really come into 3D, and I think it's taken a long time. And I think you bemoaned, you know, you'd kind of given up. This will never happen, and it breaks my heart. Then there it is. It comes knocking. This person, I think, is your wish granted. And they show up now. They're here. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. This is a card of you know, self-sufficiency. Self-care. You know, being present for yourself. You don't need this wish granted by this person to be whole and happy. But you'll welcome it into your world. And this is really interesting because one of the cards I had out, you know, a note to myself, was the definition of devil. And here it is. Devil card. This is Joseph Campbell, you know, a guy who knew all about archetypes and wrote about them and spoke about them. And he says, my definition of a devil is a god who has not been recognized. That is to say, it's a power in you to which you have not given any expression, and you push it back. And then, like all repressed energy, it builds up and becomes completely dangerous to the position you're trying to hold. A God who has not been recognized. You know, I think you think it's all about pain. It's all about the memory of pain. But it's a doorway if you kind of see it for what it is. This is Capricorn energy. The ability to work hard to discover and free yourself, to discover what holds you back, to see it and free yourself. Free yourself from a struggle, from being at odds with the world, with blocking. No more blocks, right? No more blocks. Because you recognize this energy and you kind of give it props. That's how we get to the new beginning. That's how we begin. I think there's a reset of some kind. No longer held back. No longer in denial. Remember I said something about if you denial isn't selective. If you deny the pain, if you push back the memory of the pain, it actually gets a hold of you then. It bites you in the butt. It gets its talons into you. And you'll have to work to liberate yourself, to work in earth energy, in real time, here and now, to give birth to the new thing. Fire energy, the joy, the light. Don't block the light. Be grateful for it all. Somehow that's the mechanism. You know, you may have tried very hard to ignore this, to ignore the memory of the pain. And this is sort of more like face it, face it. Face the fear. Devil really speaks to fear. The fear of the pain. You know, if you go into protective mode, you're not only blocking out the pain, you're blocking out everything else as well. Denial is not selective. And remember, it said something about it's a power in you to which you have not given any expression. You know, give it expression. It's the birth of the new. It's pregnant with possibilities. You're good on your own, but you're welcoming in the return of somebody you've loved a long time. And they're here for you. And it may be self-love, but all over the place we see the energy of soulmate. Start fresh. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Take the risk, take the leap. I think what you're giving birth to is your own shot or chance or ability to be happy. But you see it clearly now. This relationship. This is a card of Libra, Taurus, Divine Feminine, Aries, the beginning place, the start of the journey. Because I think there's a reset here. You know, there's a second chance. There always is a second chance. You know, that doorway is always kind of held open in some way. Capricorn, hard work. Leo, overcome by strength and fortitude and courage. You know, you're going to get there eventually, both of you. Both of you. Traveling equal distance to this meeting place. Trying to see if there are any other major arcanas I've missed. Leo, Leo twice. Aries, Libra, Taurus. Steady on, steady as she goes. Slow progress in 3D. Begin the journey, you know, begin again. You may have done this through lifetimes. You at least have another shot at it, you know, in this lifetime. Take the leap. Despite the fear. Face the fear. Till next time. And please subscribe if you haven't already. You just hit the, it's free. It really helps the channel grow. So if you like this channel and you want to support it, that's all you're doing when you hit subscribe. You'll get notified when I upload a video. Apparently there's something finny going on with that. So if you're not getting notified and you are subscribed, the suggestion is unsubscribe and resubscribe. We'll meet here again, right? Same time, same station. I love you guys. See you next time.